Greetings, Japan fans! In today's show, we're looking at coaching. Now, it's an important part of being the boss, coaching your people, developing your people. Are we really giving it the right approach? Find out more when we look into that content today in the show. Maishu, arigatou gozaimasu, and welcome back to the Leadership Japan series. I'm your host in Tokyo, Dr. Greg Story, your corporate coaching and training guy, the president of Dale Carnegie Training, and the best-selling author of Japan Sales Mastery. We are broadcasting around the world from Minato-ku in the center of Tokyo, the business capital and leadership capital of Japan. This podcast brings insights, examples, experience about leading in Japan. Trust me, it is different here. If you have feedback on the show or have preferences about future potential topics, then leave us your comments. Don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe. You might also enjoy the Presentations Japan series and the Sales Japan series, wherever you get your podcast. This one on leadership, released every week, Wednesday, midnight, Tokyo time. If you would like to join a free live workshop where you can deal with any questions, or you can have us deal with any questions, I should say, then just put in the email header, I am based in, wherever you live, and am interested in joining your live leadership session, and send it to greg.story@dalecarnegie.com, greg.story@dalecarnegie, dalecarnegie.com. I am planning to do a Zoom meeting with everyone, and we will record it for those who can't make it. Tell me your locations, because I may do a couple of versions to best suit your time zone. We are planning this for September 28th, so shoot me your information so we can organize everything in time. You can contact me at greg.story@dalecarnegie.com. Now, before we get going, today's handy Japanese phrase is, maybe you're taking your watch to get the battery changed or repaired, or something you've got to leave with someone, and then you have to go back and pick it up. So you want to know when you can get it, right? When can I get it? When will it be ready? Itsu dekimasu ka? When will this be repaired? Itsu dekimasu ka? When can I receive it? Itsu dekimasu ka? When can I get it? Itsu dekimasu ka? Itsu dekimasu ka? When can I get it? Itsu dekimasu ka? Itsu dekimasu ka? Itsu dekimasu ka? This is episode number 323, and today we are talking about what sort of coach are you? Many Japanese executives have grown up in the tough love school of OJT, on-the-job training. They were scolded severely by their bosses and given a very hard time. Their bosses did this in the belief that this is how you get people to perform correctly. It might have worked in a different era, but not today. Young people won't put up with this type of treatment, and they don't have to put up with it. The next generation are the first free agent employees in Japanese history. There are already 1.6 job offers open for those seeking work. In the case of youth, they are in serious short supply. This situation is not going to change or improve. This means that anyone imagining that tough love is how to coach and develop people is in for a rude shock, as young people will simply quit and walk out the door to the competitor. What sort of coach do we need to become? We have to be an excellent listener. How hard can that be? Well, not very hard, you might be thinking, except we are all becoming poor listeners in this advanced high-tech age. We're all super busy. So we are rushing around doing many things, and we are short-circuiting every interaction to fit it all in. What this means is we are so busy thinking about what we need to do, we are not really listening to the staff members. We don't ignore them because that is too confrontational and unprofessional. What we do, though, is to pretend to listen. We look like we are concentrating on what they are saying, but in fact, we are tuning them out because our own thoughts are too dominant. You may not be guilty of this sin as a listener, but are you a selective listener instead? This is very common with salespeople who are listening for verbal cues from the buyer so they can make a comment or offer a suggestion. They're not really fully concentrating on what the buyer is saying and are only focusing on the pieces that excite them about a possible sale. Coaches can become guilty of the same thing. They are listening to part of what they are being told and are racing ahead with their own thoughts, anticipating where the conversation will go. This is a guaranteed method to miss key cues and signals from the staff member that are coming up. A better form of listening is attentive listening. This means shutting out all the distractions and giving your 100% full concentration to what they are saying. You are in the zone, so to speak. This is immediately felt by your listener, who appreciates the fact you are giving them your full and undivided attention. The highest form of listening is empathetic listening. It sounds a bit esoteric, but it is listening for what is being said and what is not being said. It means studying the words that are being chosen and what is not being revealed fully. It's gauging the body language to check this against the words coming out of the staff member's mouth. It means really feeling whatever the staff member is feeling and relating to them at that level. This and attentive listening are so powerful today because everyone else is doing such a poor job of listening. We will immediately stand out if we operate in this way. Find out more when we come back from the break. Today's show is brought to you by our Leadership Training for Managers program. This is next one, November the 5th. Very, very good program. Very much in depth. It goes for 7 weeks. As I often say, this is the Swiss Army knife of leadership. It's got everything. You want to know about how to develop people, how to communicate, how to coach, how to deal with mistakes, how to do the planning, how to make decisions, how to run the meetings, how to get creativity. It's got everything. Leadership Training for Managers, next program runs November the 5th. Details are on our website, enjapan.dalecarnegie.com. Our website's full of useful resources, so go to enjapan.dalecarnegie.com. You can email me at greg.story@dalecarnegie.com and also watch the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show on YouTube. And over at YouTube, we also have, I think it's 8:13 or 8:15 videos now on Japan Dale Carnegie TV. Get my book, Japan Sales Mastery. That is the Bible for selling in Japan. Welcome back. Often the issue is that the staff member won't open up to us with their issues. There may be some trust requirement not quite built yet, sufficient to tell us their thoughts. They may be guarded. It is very difficult to deliver effective coaching if you don't know the full scale of the problem facing them. We need to be asking them open questions. An open question is one to which you can't answer with just a yes or a no. You need to state your opinion. We can also ask hypothetical questions to get them dealing with scenarios they may not have considered as yet. This particularly is useful when dealing with projects and anticipating problems which may arise once the project is underway. We can ask exploratory questions to dig a bit deeper into the background, the current situation, and why they think what they do. We might ask them some comparable questions. If this happens, is it better to do A, or what about B? This gets people engaged and talking. Sometimes a closed question where the answer is a yes or no is handy to get clarity around a subject. Bosses tend to be very interested in what they have to say, but when we are coaching, we have to suspend that desire and get the staff member to do 80% of the talking. That means asking questions, getting more information, in particular listening in a way that builds trust. If I feel you're only giving me fake listening, then I won't open up to you and share what is really going on. The honesty of the listening invites honesty in reply. Here are some considerations. Which level of listening are you applying? Pretend, selective, attentive, or empathetic? Also, do you feel you've earned sufficient trust from your staff where they can tell you honestly what are their issues? To coach the team is no easy matter because most of us confuse coaching with giving orders. Take a moment and reflect on how you have been as a coach for your team. Thank you for joining the Leadership Japan series. If you found the program useful, then Tell your family, friends, and colleagues. Don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe. If you'd like to join a free live workshop where we can deal with any issues you have, then just put in the email header I am based in. Wherever you live and am interested in joining your live leadership session, I'll send it to me, greg.story@dalecarnegie.com. I'm planning to do a Zoom meeting with everyone, and we will record it for those who can't make it. Tell me your location, because I may do a couple of versions to best suit your time zone. We're planning this for September 28th, so shoot me information so we can organize everything in time. You can contact me at greg.story@dalecarnegie.com. Also remember, to access your Dale Carnegie training free reports, white papers, ebooks, training videos, blogs, newsletters, course information, plus much more, go to enjapan.dalecarnegie.com. Watch our videos at Japan Dale Carnegie TV on YouTube. Start reading Japan Sales Mastery. Listen to my other podcasts, the Presentation Japan series and the Sales Japan series, wherever you get your podcast. Watch my TV show, The Cutting Edge Japan Business Show on YouTube. It comes out every Tuesday. Until the next episode, take what you thought valuable, put it into action, because idea application is what makes winners winners. So be one of them. Remember, I'm your corporate coaching and training guy, here in Japan to help you grow your business.